goes to Orlando. Now here's Hardaway. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. O'Neal is out there with Danny Granger. Then it's Paul George. And it's Smits in at the 5. Now here's Lewis. Lock at 6. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it. Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Lewis outside. O'Neal. Outside, George. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Trying to get open his shot. And that one's good. McGrady.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Lewis passes to George. Launches a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
McGrady outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. McGrady's got 5 now.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Here's George. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs. And he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Now, here is McGrady. He has 5. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And O'Neal is simply a beast. Jermaine O'Neal, a long, athletic, big guy with a nice shooting touch from mid-range.
Indiana shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes both free throws.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Hardaway. Lobbed up there for Howard. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is. Great floor awareness and does an excellent job finding the open man.
Here's George. It's stolen by McGrady. Now the feed to O'Neal. Stolen by O'Neal. Indiana again turning it over. That'll be a 5-second call.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Lewis passes to O'Neal. Back to Lewis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself.
需要更多的药水。
That wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is McGrady. He's got 7, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Lewis checked in for Hill. Anderson comes in for McGrady. And Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. Now, here's Oladipo. Shot clock at 5. Shaq with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
A nice shot by Howard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Jackson. 1:56 left to play in the first. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Nelson kicks to Anderson. Back to Nelson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Inside, here's O'Neal. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
So for the Magic, Grant comes in for O'Neal, and Turkoglu is subbed in for Dwight Howard. In Indiana with a change here too. Rose is checked in, and the shot is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Nelson with it. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They lead by 4. Here's Grant. Good on the 13-footer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rose. Good. .54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Turkoglu. Grant down low. Covered by Hibbert. Count the basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's McGinnis. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Near the three-point line, it's Nelson. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Pacers trail by 6. Indiana shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good.
Mark Jackson is so good at setting up his guys with his passing, but more importantly, or just as important to this team, is his leadership.
He hits both from the stripe. Outside, Scott. Now the pass to Grant. Back to Scott. And it's blocked. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Magic lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfish
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Turkoglu. He's out there with Scott. And it's Grant in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Rose. Here's Skiles. Pass to Francis. And here's Turkoglu. Passes to Skiles. Taken away by Williams. Right side Jackson. Pass to Person. He kicks it to Rose. The pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Rose. Jackson down low. Here's Kellogg. No good. That would have tied it.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Skiles, the pass to Grant. Turkoglu with it. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he's good on the second. Lewis with it. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Granger. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Granger's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Here's Hill. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Magic lead by 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Lewis passes to George. Over McGrady. The shot by George, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach, too. He makes it look easy.
And George kicks to Granger. Passes it to Lewis. Launches it. Turkoglu grabs the board. Magic leading by 5. Here's Hardaway, and it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
And it's Orlando's ball. Hill drop. Oh, what a finish!
Good. How about the vertical of Hill? Outstanding. Rising up and ramming it home. Yes, sir.
George against McGrady. It's stolen by McGrady. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. McGrady's got the lead up to 10 now for Orlando.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And that one, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Grant. Lewis comes in for Turkoglu. Anderson, he's checked in for Hill. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Hardaway. And the Pacers also making a change. McGinnis is checked in.
You got to love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Outside, George for the three. Offensive rebound. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jermaine O'Neal.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Some changes for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Oladipo in for Danny Granger. And both free throws good for Lewis.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Howard. They double team Howard. Here's McGrady trying to get open as Lewis. A shot by McGrady. No good. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 5-point game. To the inside, McGinnis, good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. McGinnis has got his second basket of the night.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Some changes for Indiana. Rose comes in for George, and it's Jackson in for Lewis.
Lewis, one of those guys that can fit into a lot of different roles. Depending on what his team needs, he's got a diverse skill set, he's got size, and this guy loves shooting the three.
Here's McGinnis. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McGinnis has got 6 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Lewis. Trying to get open is McGrady. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Magic have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
Both teams will make substitutions. Good on the second free throw. So it's Orlando now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Skiles. They get it again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
17 seconds left here in the second. Outside Jackson. The pass to Kellogg. Fades back. And so it's the Orlando Magic.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. Checking out Orlando. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
They shot a great percentage from the field, and not by accident. Their movement was good, they're making good decisions, and the coach loves to see that kind of efficiency.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
They aren't playing tight enough defense. That's pretty clear. There needs to be a lot better communication. Guys are playing defense on
And
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, we've got Danny Granger, also Jermaine O'Neal out there. And it's Smits in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to McGrady. Shot clock at 6 to the wing right side. And here's Hill for 3. The shot, no good. And Indiana will come the other way. Lewis kicks to George. Pass to Granger. McGrady against Lewis. George with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Pacers. Pass to McGrady. From deep three-point range. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 6 assists now in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And George with the stuff.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now Hardaway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's McGrady, and he drops it in from the low post.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Lewis outside. The pass to O'Neal. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. O'Neal's got 10 points.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Outside Hill. And here's Shaq. This is to Hardaway. And Granger with the block. Lewis against Hardaway. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Lewis.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the right side. He dishes it to Lewis. Back to Grant. Over Hibbert. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 6.
From the mid-range area, Grant's nice-looking jumper, most effective.
Oladipo taking his time here. Lewis with the 3. Rebound by the Magic. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Anderson has it in the corner. Nelson, the pass to Grant. Pacers trail by 6. Granger left side. Oladipo outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Williams, he's checked in for Indiana. Person comes in for Danny Granger. Lewis down low. Defended by Turkoglu. That's tipped.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Anderson outside. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And he makes the first. And Indiana making a change here. And so Turkoglu nails both of them. .110 left to play here in the third. Now here's Rose. He has 6. Knocks it loose. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
Pacers trail by 9. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Rose is a very reliable and consistent scorer. He's excellent at feeling out the defense and taking what they give him.
O'Neal's checked in for Turkoglu. And both free throws good for Rose. And so here's Orlando. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's Howard finishing it off.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Pacers trail by 9. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Kellogg's got his first basket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Howard, good.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And it's Indiana's ball. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Oladipo. Outside Rose. And the rebound goes to Howard.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
I mean, it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. Scott is out there with Howard. And it's Skiles in at the point guard position. Who's out there for Orlando. Drops in the tray.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Lewis goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Jermaine O'Neal checked in for Indiana. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, during the last break, I heard Orlando's coach talk to his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in the position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. And he needs to see full concentration. Out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Pass to Smits. Kicks it to Lewis. Now, here's George. McGrady covering. And there's Paul George on the assist by Lewis.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Howard's shot is good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Hardaway against Lewis. 6 to shoot. Hardaway with the steal. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Danny Granger. He's checked in for Person.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
George, no good. Magic leading by 18. A shot by McGrady, no good. George against Hill, and George gets it to go. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Poke loose, passes it to Hill. He feeds it to Howard. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Lewis kicks to Granger. Shot, high post. But they'll get another chance. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 16. Lewis passes to Smits. George looking around. Pass to Smits. Back to George. Over McGrady. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 17 points for George. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Tracy McGrady.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Orlando leading by 14. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Howard dishes to Hill. And Hill throws it down.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Pacers trail by 16. Outside, George. Shoots from the line. Hill pulls it in. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
McGinnis, he's checked in for O'Neal.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete, tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
McGrady against George, and the pass to Smits. Granger kicks to Lewis. On deep, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's 1:26 left in the game. McGrady against George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pacers trail by 21. Jackson passes to Kellogg. Oladipo outside. Pass to Kellogg. Back to Oladipo. Will it go? And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
McGrady outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. McGrady's got 31 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Pulls up from the corner, and it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Jackson.
Boy, this is the kind of player Victor Oladipo is. Confident, under control, ready to fire on the catch.
And that one's good. McGrady. Here's Jackson. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. So the wing on the left. Here's Kellogg. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Skiles, guarded by Jackson. Here's McGrady, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Hey, even when well defended, McGrady has no issue with pulling up.
Jackson with it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.